God, I love this for Cleveland. I really do, man. The Browns fan deep down in my heart is just like, yeah. You get a swag champ that works his ass off, that has something to prove now. You know, not that he didn't before, but, you know, he's got that chip on his shoulder.
So Travis Kelce just recently ripped on an anonymous reporter who kind of in a way helped contribute to Shedeur Sanders' draft fall. I just feel like if you're going to badmouth somebody on a public stage, you at least have to say who you are, because that just screams coward. The fall of Shedeur Sanders in the draft was definitely one of the more surprising things that we have seen in the NFL over the last few years. He definitely had first round talent. In fact, his talent was probably better than most of the guys that went in the top 10. So the question became, what happened? Because it just didn't make any sense. Obviously, Sanders is a big name and there's a lot of things that come with that name, but just from a football perspective, he is a first rounder. So ever since what happened, people have been investigating and they've been trying to get behind what truly did happen. And some people are saying that the fall could have been because of some of the brutally honest evaluations of Sanders that were put forth by several anonymous sources just days before the draft. He said, "I think whoever's the blank anonymous person that's blank saying this should blank come out and say who they were," Kelce said. Like, what the blank is that about? Like if you're gonna leak that effing stuff, be the one that says, yeah, it just didn't go well for us. Don't freaking say that we're anonymous. You know, that's so effing lame. I just feel like there's no validity to it. Various insiders attempted to explain Sanders' inexplicable fall down the draft board. To some, Sanders simply wasn't a first-round talent. To others, his approach to pre-draft interviews and meetings seemed to rub teams the wrong way. Whatever the reason, Kelce believes NFL teams made a mistake. "I'm not sure why he dropped," Kelce said. "I'm not sure if it was the interviews or whether it was the stuff they saw on film. What I saw on film, I thought he was a way higher pick, and I think that's all that should matter. It doesn't seem like he's a terrible person. It just seems like he is a motivated football player that is a part of a big football family." Him and his father Deion have kind of taken over NCAA football for the last 3 or 4 years. Whether that is something that NFL teams didn't want to deal with, I feel like this is going to be such a fresh start for him. I could see him working his butt off and becoming the starting quarterback there in Cleveland. Travis Kelce is such a homer, man. I don't think we're ever going to get to see him in a Browns uniform because I think he is a Chief for lifer, but he definitely loves Cleveland. There's no doubt about it. He's always talking about Cleveland, and I'm so glad that he's supporting and getting behind Shedeur in this whole situation because it really is just ridiculous, and even I'm trying to get to the bottom of what happened. I think this actually may have been one of the real reasons why Shedeur fell.
Bro, they gave you a completion percentage award, and all you did was throw check downs and bubble screens. That's actually crazy. If I did that, my completion percentage would be 90. I throw the ball downfield, you don't.
You ran the ball. You had a run game. You had a run game.
You had a run game.
And you did it?
No. You was told that thing for
Think about total rushing yards.
No matter. That ain't my fault.
You can say that Cam Ward was joking. Obviously, we don't really know the full context, but this may have just been real actual passion showing. Obviously, this is just one clip in one instance, but I'm still just trying to put together a reasoning for why Sanders fell so far, because I can't believe that Tyler Show, who makes these type of throws and has gone through 3 long-term injuries, was selected ahead of him. But yeah, nonetheless, the anonymous source that said all that stuff about Shedeur needs to announce who he is, because it's just ridiculous that you can say something and be such a coward to not say who your name is. That's all I have to say for this video. I know it was a quick one. I just kind of wanted to put my thoughts out there because this was definitely something that was on my mind and I thought was super stupid. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this, and until next time, I will see you all later.